Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Megan.
And I'm Ciera.
And today we're going to be showing you guys how we edit our Instagram pictures.
So we both see comments all the time on our Instagram asking what filters we use, what apps we use, and we're gonna make yet another video because I think with last time how we did it, it was a good video. It hasn't changed that much, but I've gotten like a little less strict.
Before we get started, make sure you guys subscribe to our channel by pressing the red button down below.
And if you want to become part of our notification squad, then go ahead and click the bell.
But otherwise, I think that I'll go ahead and start and show you how I edit my pictures. Alright, so this is what my Instagram looks like, and I personally really like how Instagram looks, obviously, because I'm the one in charge of it. But I just try to make my Instagram very colorful, and I try not to make things too over-edited. I want things to still look natural, but just enhance their beauty. Or sometimes pictures honestly just make things look less pretty than they were in person, so I like to make the pictures pretty again. So this is my Instagram, and I really like how it looks. So I'm going to show you guys how I edit my pictures. So I'm opening up Visco. That is my favorite editing app. That's actually the only thing I use to edit my pictures. So yeah, I'd highly recommend it if you don't have it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up a picture to edit. Okay, so I pulled up a picture that I actually haven't posted on my Instagram, but it's something that I would definitely consider posting, but I posted it on the Channel 6 too, so you've probably already seen it. It's me and Ciera at the lake. We're on a boat, and so one of my favorite filters is C6, so I will usually go to that first and see how it looks. It kind of makes us look a little orange, so I'll like look around at some other filters. Usually, I'm pretty partial to C6, so I usually try and make C6 work, which I'll show you how I do in a second. Otherwise, C1 is actually what I posted with this picture because it made us a little less orange. So actually, since that's how I posted it, I'll go ahead and walk you through that. So C1, I'm going to take down the filter a little bit just because it's a little much. And then it looks pretty good. There's no like overcorrecting I have to do, which is really hard if you have to correct pictures, but I might turn the exposure up just a little bit. And then maybe just add a little bit of contrast. This isn't the same thing I do for every picture, but that looks pretty good to me. I'd post that picture. So yeah, but I'll show you one with C6 because that's what I use a lot. Alright, so the next picture I have pulled up is also a lake picture with me, our sister Haley, and our dog Lily. Love this picture. I like fangirl over my dog. I miss her a lot. So I really like how C6 looks on this picture. This is what it looks like when I just add it by itself. It's a little dark, and I have a black lab, so she looks really dark. So I'm going to go to the exposure and turn it up a little bit, and that makes it just like way easier to see everything. So I turn that up a little bit, and then since everything's super blue, like the water, the blanket, Haley's hat, I'm going to go to the temperature and make it a little orange. Usually I have to make things less orange and move it to blue, but for this picture we actually have to do the opposite. So I just kind of take it by a, picture by picture. Some things are really hard to color correct, so I'll try and use like exposure to make things brighter, or have to add contrast, or mess around with like the highlights and stuff. If you want to know what highlights does, it basically like lowers down like the brightest parts of the picture, and then shadows like lightens up the darkest parts of the picture. So that's what those do. But yeah, I would post this picture just how it is. So this is the before, and then this is the after. So just a little bit, nothing too crazy, making it not look like it's an actual picture. Then, another one of my favorite apps is UNUM. I don't know why it's called that. If you've never heard of it, I highly suggest you guys get it. But you pretty much just you log into your Instagram, and then you get your feed on the app, and then you can move your pictures around. So if you want to see what your feed is going to look like, if you post some more pictures, then you can figure that out, which I always like to do because I like to make sure everything still looks good together. So I can press the picture, or press the box there, add a picture, could add that, and then I would know that if I posted that picture, that's how it would affect my theme. You can also, instead of just doing one, like you can keep going and add however many pictures you want. So I've been using this ever since I downloaded it, and I really like it. So if you guys care enough, check it out. But that's pretty much how I edit my Instagram pictures. Some of my favorite filters, just to recap, are C1, C6, and JM1 if I can make it work. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and let Ciera show you guys how she edits her pictures.
Okay, so now it's my turn to show you how I edit my Instagram pictures. So I don't do anything like majorly different than from what Megan does. So I'm already on Visco on my phone,
Don't mind the pictures that we took on our birthday. I didn't post any of those. They didn't turn out. So I have 3 pictures pulled up on top that are not edited, and I'm going to kind of show you one of them I posted, and then this one of me I almost posted, and then this one I think was on the Transix too, but it's the one that Megan edited. So we're going to just start editing. So I'm kind of the same as Megan. My favorite filters are like C6 and C1 too, and I also like A6. So this is A6, but usually with A6 I'll add more saturation in, but I didn't use A6 on this picture. I used it on another one that I'll show you after I'm done with this one. So usually I just decide between C1 and C6, so I kind of like go back and forth, and sometimes my heart is conflicted because they both look good, but like in a different way. But usually if I don't know which one, I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'll go with C6. So C6 always kind of makes your skin look a little like orange or red, like nothing too major, so that's kind of like why I take it down a little bit too. And if you like tap on the picture, I always like to compare like as I'm editing to make sure you're not over editing it. So it doesn't make my skin look that orange, so I'm just gonna like lower it to like 10 or something, call it good. This picture was taken outside, so usually when pictures are taken outside the lighting is pretty good and it was like overcast and stuff. Actually it wasn't overcast, it was just like the sun was setting, and when the sun is setting, lighting is pretty good. So I wouldn't probably do anything with exposure, but like usually I like to have my pictures exposed higher just to make it a little bit brighter, because I like to have like brightness in my theme. But I don't think I would do that with this picture. I think I'd just leave it. What else could we do? I might just like see if I want to saturate it more, but like with this one I'm not going to, because I'll look more orange. So like this one's a good example of just like adding a filter, taking it down a little bit, and calling it good. So I'd probably post that, and then like I do the same thing as Megan. I would save it and then add it to the UNUM app. So once I'm done editing a picture, I'll usually save it, and then I use the UNUM. I say Unum. I don't know how you say it, but I'm just gonna refer to it as Unum. I would save it, and then I would post that in Unum, and then see if it looks good. And if it doesn't look good, I'll take it back to Visco, change it around, tweak it a little bit, and then see if it's good. And then if eventually I don't like it, then I just won't post it. So now we're gonna move on to this one. So this one's gonna be a little bit like more work to edit because it was taken on a GoPro, and GoPros are pretty dark usually. So we're gonna go, actually first I'm gonna do the exposure, because I know I'm gonna have to use exposure. So I'll like expose it to how much I want it to be exposed, and then I'll like kind of compare. So I think that looks good. Just like with this, it's really dark, especially like on the bottom. So I just want to kind of make everything a little bit brighter. And then after I do that, I usually just take the contrast up to like wherever like the brightness took away like the contrast, I'll go back and add it back in. At least I think that's what it is. I think Megan does the same thing. Yeah, she's nodding behind the camera. So now we have this. I think it looks good. So we're going to go back to our filters. And for this one, C1 looks not good with this right now. I think I like C6 better for this. Because C1 looks a lot more intense than C6. So usually if I post anything with C1, it's like halfway down. Because look at how like that's not real. Like if I compare it, it doesn't even look the same. So if I were to do C1, I'd do probably like halfway, because that looks better. And then if I didn't do C1, I would do C6. Probably not all the way up, but like close to all the way up. Just kind of depends on my mood and what I'm feeling. So I could do C1 or C6 for that picture. And then we'll check out A6, but yeah, I don't like that. We do C6 for that. And then we take it down. It'd be good. We save that. And this last one I did post on my Instagram, and this is the one that I used A6 for. So I also cropped it because I didn't like how it was in this picture. So when I crop something, I make sure that it's like 3:4 or 4:3 if it's like a wide picture. Just because, yeah. I think that's how I cropped it or something for this. Actually, their feet look weird when it's just cropped out, so we're going to include their feet. Then, I like how A6 looks for this picture, but I also want like to bring out more of the colors. So I'm going to go to saturation, take the saturation up a bit, and then I might take A6 down a little bit. I think that's pretty much what I posted. Otherwise, I could be completely off in how I cropped it. That looks alright to me. And then something else I do just in general is
like making sure the temperature isn't too warm or too cold. If I have like white in the picture, I'll try and match the white to like what I consider true white. So I'd like go to temperature and probably make it a little bit on the cooler side because they're like white all the way back here. So like here it's kind of yellowish. That's like white. Maybe you saw no difference, but I see a difference. Yeah, that looks good. I guess now, since I'm done with these, and you guys already saw Megan talk about like Unum, I do the same thing just to double check if the picture will look good on my Instagram. If it doesn't, I'll take it back to the drawing board, go back to VSCO, edit again. But when I post pictures, I try to have like all outdoors pictures. Like to me, pictures look so much better when it's outside. Otherwise, a well-lit room is also good for posting pictures, but it's always like hard to have like good indoor pictures for me, in my opinion. There are some times though when there's something that you really want to post on Instagram and it's like, this isn't the best picture, but like I want to post it anyways. So for example, me and Megan posted graduation pictures because graduation is a pretty big deal, and I was kind of like, these pictures are not really good, like they don't exactly go with my theme. But I was like, you know, it's graduation, like I really should post something on Instagram about graduation. And like honestly, looking back, the picture like looks fine with my theme. So like obviously life happens, post about it if you want to, that's what Instagram is for. But don't get too caught up in like, it doesn't match my theme exactly, like I need 2 blues and like a red in this picture. Like that's not gonna happen with, that's not gonna have to be an easy Instagram feed to maintain. Like my feed right now I feel like is good because I can maintain it. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let's try and get this video to 15,000 thumbs up.
Oh yeah.
And for a chance to be the pinned comment, comment down below what your favorite VSCO filter is. Yeah. If you don't know what that is, then download VSCO. It's a great photo editing app.
It is.
As we just showed you with this video.
Other than that, we will either see you guys on our channel next time we post a video, or we'll see you on the Channel 6 too. Bye!